I am very honored to be talking about how meaningful all the teachings that I have received by Miss Carolina, and that now, thankfully, thanks to God, I am teaching to other children, has changed the perspective of teachings, at least in our community. All of these teachings have been given, at least to me, they were given with different techniques and different ways of like teaching it. Like, I remember how I acted out those stories. Miss Carolina brought this what was it? It was different. There were different types of fabrics. There was like a blue one and there was like a maroon one in there. I remember that when she brought all of those fabrics, they like reenacted like when a big fish like swallowed Jonah. Like they were kind of interacting how the waves were with the blue fabric, and then like how like everything changed and how they were like, in like kind of wrapped around darkness when Jonah was inside the big fish, and all of that was so funny because they were laughing, but at the same time, when there was moment for them to realize how scary it was for Jonah, they actually came to their senses and they actually kind of felt empathy. So to a certain level, like all of these different ways of teaching, it even creates more like values, because when we ask them in the future about like all of these things, they remember they remember like really really remember what they interacted and what they did. The job is to be able to put that word in a way that children will really comprehend and understand. There's like this doodling time in which they draw or paint like this image that will remind them of the Bible verse in which the story that they're learning and the values that they're learning is based on, and they like color it. And at the same time, we put like instrumental music, or we put like worship music that is kind of slow for them to like actually connect with what they're doing. And while that is happening, that we can see how the children are really really connect. Like they have that moment in which they really praise God. And then to a certain level, you can see how they're having this type of conversation with God. And that is something very, very incredible, because we see, I mean, at least for me personally, I am able to see the different and the infinite amount of possibilities and capabilities that there are for like one to be able to hear and be able to connect with God and have this conversation and unite and have this relationship with him. And really, let me just say thank you, Kids at Heart, for teaching Miss Carolina these techniques and giving her these utensils, because I also learned from them, and it is something that will stay with me forever.